Is bigger always better? Judging when you look at something like the FV 4005, then it's probably a no. But that didn't hold Russia back of producing a T-80 with a 152.4mm smoothbore gun. The Object 292, currently situated at BR 10.0. In the 1980s, the need arose to increase the firepower of Soviet tanks. To accommodate that, a 152.4mm LP-83 smoothbore gun has been developed. Now, where to put it? It was being placed on a reworked turret, which then get plonked right on top of a T-80 BV chassis. And with that, it was finished in September 1990, and it was successfully tested in 1991. However, due to a lack of funding and a rather big collapse of the USSR, the project got shelved. As mentioned above, the main selling point of this tank is its 152mm gun, which is capable of slinging 7kg darts at almost 2000 meters per second, as well as HE, which have an explosive mass of 8.5 kilograms. Yep, that is quite a lot of HE which is being slung at you. But with great mass comes great reload. 10 seconds to be precise, and that is quite a bit of a downgrade compared to any other tanks of that BR. Like normal T-72s and T-80s need 7.1 seconds, Bruceys around 6 seconds. Same goes for the Leopard 2s. So in a 1v1 where you both whiff your shots, the enemy will almost always have the reload advantage. However, with the aforementioned funny lol pen of the APFSDS, well, you can just easily shoot through the upper plate of a Leopard 2. Turn every crew member into goulash. Hey, that is perfect, isn't it? Don't have to send them to real gulag at all. Efficiency, baby! However, there's also another side of that coin. Seriously, the funny bounces I had sometimes were rather frustrating, like bouncing ocelots and Radkampfwagens. Yikes! But honestly, it feels just good to smash someone into their face with basically a 700mm lol pen dart, wherever you want. Layer to a 4-turret front? Yep, goodbye dude. Abrams? Yeah, go back to hangar homie. Striker? No armor, death armor, doesn't freaking matter when the amount of spalling is off the charts. Seriously, that thing just feels juicy. The HE, as said previously, is a nuke round. Hit weaker points and the enemy will be gone. Reduced at those. However, you obviously have a lower shell velocity, so sniping might be a bit harder at moving targets. The main issue I had with the armament of the Bonkmobile was the lack of a coax. Yep, you have nothing to destroy fences, shoot choppers, or even try to see if the enemy is finally out of its spawn protection. It's all or nothing, only you and the 152mm boomstick. Some might even say this thing is taking a rocket launcher to a knife fight. When we look at the dynamics of the turret and the gun, you will also notice that even worse gun elevation speed than what you're used to on the T-Series tanks. Genuinely, that got me killed more often than I want to admit. It's fairly annoying and you can do nothing about it to enhance it. Also, don't try to drive and then stop, as your gun will nose plant and with that your shot as well. Overall, you notice, it's a sniper vehicle with that gun. It's heavy and unwieldy to use, but when you hit a target, it usually turns them into minced meat. Yippee! It also boasts a laser rangefinder, but no thermal sight, sadly, which can make this vehicle a little bit harder to use for people with bad eyesight, like Mr. Raptor right here. Looking now at the armor and the survivability, I have to say it feels fairly good on that regard. It has a naked T80BV hull, which feels very potent still, able to shrug off the M23 without any issue. Sure, you got your weak spots at the lower plate frontally, but usually you only kill the driver and the engine, leaving the ammo racks and the turret crew alive. Speaking of the ammo rack, it has two-piece ammo rack. It has a 2-piece ammo rack with the dart casings in the hull and the powder charges in the back of the turret with blowout panels. So yes, technically you can survive them being shot out, but due to the fact, which I don't know either, so I molded, that the casings of the APFSDs also have powder in them. For more velocity, you can die to an ammo rack explosion from the darts being exploded in your hull. Another common Russian weak spot from the front is the driver hatch. However, on the 292 it feels very unreliable. While on the normal T80s and T90s you usually one-shot the whole crew or at least get some kills in it, on the 292 you usually only kill the driver, barely touching the turret or even the turret ring. So it's a rather bad shot to shoot from my experience. Also the turret. The thing is very, very strong. Like, holy! Usually you can shoot the cheeks of a Russian tank with no issues, killing a crew member and the breach. But with this thing, yeah, forget about that. The cheeks are hella thick. Like, damn. Overall, it has a known armor scheme, but it's a tad better from my personal experience. Definitely good to use even aggressively. But the big gun can make peeking corners hard. That PP do be long. Gas turbine go. It's fast. It's fast as a T80 in general. It should be faster, but that's beside the point. But you know what it means that this is a T80 chassis. It's a Russian tank which can retreat. Holy moly! It has 10 kph in reverse. Rejoice, sinners! Other than that, yeah, it's a T80. It's fast, it's mobile, it's good in that regard. Sure, it could be a tad faster in reverse, but if you're used to the T72 AV's reverse speed at 10.0, that thing feels like the difference of a Lada Niva to Mercedes AMG. Ignoring the ridiculous grind price tag the vehicle costs for you to get, it's a fun vehicle. I don't believe it's overpowered, as it still has the common Russian tank weak spots, and the very long reload compared to your BR brethrens really solidifies its all or nothing approach. However, there is something seeing the kill cam when you hit center mass shots on a Leopard 2 and it just explodes the crew with shrapnel. And that sound. Whew, that sound is just a 10 out of 10 for that gun. So yeah, in total I believe that vehicle is a 7.5 out of 10. Fun, but has drawbacks. Thanks for watching.